I'm Tracy Chang, the curatorial assistant for the Asian art departments at the Nelson-Atkins. I am here to welcome you to Mapping the Heavens. Our story begins here in Kansas City. Many don't realize, down the street from the Nelson-Atkins Museum of Art, Country Club Plaza's buildings were inspired by a medieval Islamic city, today known as Seville, Spain. Between the 700s to 1400s, Spain and most of the Iberian Peninsula was known as Al-Andalus and governed by Muslim rulers. Every year, thousands of tourists visit the old Giralda Tower, now a bell tower for the Seville Cathedral. Completed in 1198, the Giralda Tower was originally built as a minaret for the city's communal mosque. 5 times a day, a mu'adhin would climb to the top of the minaret where they would call Muslims to prayer with the adhan. Although original records for the use of the Giralda don't survive, minarets and other tall towers were often used by astronomers and religious scholars to chart the height and location of the sun, stars, and planets. These observations were used to calculate the times of prayer and the dates of important religious observances. These charts and records contributed to revelations about the Earth and our solar system. Now our co-curators, Jason Dean and Finch Collins of the Linda Hall Library of Science, Engineering, and Technology will show us how astronomers in Europe built upon the knowledge that was preserved and advanced in the Islamic lands, leading to an understanding of the heavens that we recognize today.
There's a production of a specific time and place where religions and cultures intermingled, and that's Al-Andalus, Spain, and then kind of the oncoming reconquest by the Christians of the Iberian Peninsula. So it's called the Alphonsine Tables because it was commissioned by what I would call proto-Spanish king, Alphonse X, and he commissioned 2 Jewish astronomers to translate and build upon the work of earlier Muslim astronomers who were part of the Al-Andalus civilization. The other thing is telling the user where you could expect to see the stars in the night sky.
So it's based on both observation and manuscript tradition.
Exactly.
This book is the 1543 first printing of Nicholas Copernicus's De Revolutionibus, and this is the publication where, for the first time, Nicholas Copernicus puts forward his model of a sun-centered or heliocentric universe, along with the mathematical justification for his model.
This diagram, which is by an Islamic astronomer with the last name of Al-Tusi, and this is a woodcut diagram depicting in a flat way the motion of a sphere around another sphere, which is very complicated, and our reader did something very interesting with this copy.
Absolutely. This model no longer works quite as intended, but you can see here where it would have originally attached. This point A goes to the middle of the circle, and then through a series of strings, the reader can model the rotation of this sphere, and at the same time, the rotation of this smaller secondary sphere. And so with that, the reader is able to model the Tusi couple.
Johannes Hevelius, along with his wife Elizabeth, were 2 prominent early modern European astronomers, and he created this book, what we loosely refer to as his Prodromus, and it has this great opening frontispiece here, where Johannes Hevelius has placed himself at this table with other important figures from ancient and early modern astronomy. Some of the ones that stand out are Riccioli, Tycho Brahe, Ptolemy and Ulugh Beg, and in the middle is their muse, Urania, the Greek muse of astronomy. They're under a barrel-vaulted ceiling with stars, and on top of that barrel-vaulted ceiling are all sorts of naked-eye observation instruments that Hevelius and his wife Elizabeth used to observe the night sky and the objects within it. And I think that it's a really nice encapsulation of this show, Finch.
Absolutely. So many of these star atlases and these works in early modern astronomy are palimpsests of what came before, going off of the data that existed already from everywhere from ancient sources to early modern sources to them, modern sources. And so here, in the frontispiece at the start of Prodromus, Hevelius is drawing together his community of astronomers, his and his wife's community of astronomers across time and space. And really, that's what books enable us to do, is to make those connections between people and across cultures. And that's what we hope to do with Mapping the Heavens.